Were you a flower girl in the government?
I was not a flower girl.
So what were you doing then?
No, I was not a flower girl. I was the assistant of the governor, the deputy.
You are not questioning the governor. You said you cannot question the governor. You
don't. How would you question the governor? The ministers have done their work. Chief officers have done their work. They have brought the budget there.
So what was your role? Were you not a flower girl in that
cabinet? It comes to the cabinet.
You were the flower girl in that government. No. There's nothing that you are doing.
No,
you can't question the governor.
Madam, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. The whole thing has been done. It's brought to the cabinet, where I was sitting. We look at it. The cabinet approves it. Then we take it to the county assembly.
We are privileged to host one of the people that have been trending in Kenya, the ex-deputy governor Vihiga County, Caleb Amaswache. He is one of the governors who served the very first time, that is 2013 to 2017. And we are privileged to have him here. Karibu sana ex-DG Vihiga County.
No, my friend, I'm not an ex-DG. I'm the first deputy governor of Vihiga.
So you're not the ex-DG. What does ex-DG mean?
First deputy governor. Exes are who came after me, but I'm the first deputy governor of Vihiga. His Excellency Caleb Amaswache, the first deputy governor of Vihiga.
The very first.
The very first.
Ex-DG. You're ex because you are former.
Oh, yeah? No, former. The formers came after me. My sister. He came after me.
Okay, so the very first.
Yeah.
Deputy Governor Vihiga County. Karibu sana.
Thank you.
Today, actually, I came to learn that when mzaliwa wa Kakamega, I didn't know.
Mimi nilizaliwa Kakamega hii. Hii Kakamega ndio kaunti yangu. Ndio ukweli. Lakini Mkenya unaweza kuishi sehemu yote Kenya. Mimi nilizaliwa Koromait sub-location. Chakalini ward. Na nikasoma Koromait Primary School. Nikasoma Lumakanda Boys High School 1981-84 na nikaenda Nikolanya Boys High School form 5 and form 6. Yes.
Okay.
Sasa mimi ni mtu wa Kakamega hii. Lakini Mkenya yote anaweza kuishi mahali popote. Fine, I served as a deputy governor in Vihiga. But I went to Vihiga because when I left university, I was supposed to go and teach in a Kwanda secondary school and my life started there. Yeah, but I'm a Kenyan. Yeah.
Other than being the first governor or ex-DG, now that you say that you don't want to be referred to be as ex-DG,
yeah.
But okay, other than being the very first deputy governor of Vihiga County,
yes.
Mtu angependa kujua who is Amaswache?
Amaswache is my father's name and it's a family name. Because all my children are called Amaswache. My father was called Julius Dipesa Amaswache. He was born in Bunyore, but when the settlements were starting in Lugari, he got land in Lugari. That's where I was born in Lugari. My father went to Lugari in 1964. So I was born in Lugari, Chakalini.
But originally you come from Vihiga County?
No, I was born in Lugari.
Okay.
So my home is in Lugari. My home is in Chakalini, Koromaiti. That's my home. Yeah.
Now your parents' home?
My parents' home. My parents came from Vihiga when it was still a larger Kakamega.
So nyinyi ni watu wa Vihiga?
Hapana. Sisi ni Wanyore. Ndio.
Wanyore wa Lugari.
Wanyore wa Lugari.
Okay.
Mimi na huyu deputy governor Saula. Sisi ni Wanyore wa Lugari.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wewe Amaswache na miaka mingapi?
Mimi sasa nina 58 years. Mimi na mke mmoja tu, jina yake anaitwa Naomi Ongosi Amuli. Ni mwalimu high school. Na tuna watoto 4. Msichana wangu mkubwa yuko kijana alafu msichana.
Wewe umesomea taaluma gani? What is your profession?
I did a BA in the University of Nairobi. I'm the 1990 graduation class. I shared the same graduation care with the president. This president you see Ruto today, His Excellency Ruto. We are the first graduates of the Chancellor's Pair in the University of Nairobi. So, but I did BA. He was in Chiromo. I did BA at the main campus. BA Political Science and History. And after that, I have a master's degree in development studies and I have a postgraduate diploma in intercultural conflict management. Yeah.
Were you like friends, like when you're in university with the president?
we were comrades at university. We were comrades. But you know, you don't have to meet everybody. Because since he was not my classmate, he was in Chiromo, doing a BSc in Chiromo. I was doing a BA at the main campus. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before joining politics,
Yeah.
ulikuwa unafanya kazi gani?
I've been doing politics. I've worked. I was a teacher at Kwanda Secondary School. I worked in Maseno University for 9 years. Then I joined the CKRC, Constitutional Kenya Review Commission, the Guy Commission. I was there for 5 years. Then after that, I became a constituency office manager of Emuhaya. Then I became the deputy governor. Yeah.
Have you ever vied for any political seat?
Yes.
Which one?
Yes, I vied for political seat in 2007. In 2007, I vied for a political seat. 2007. Yeah, I vied for a political seat. Lugari constituency. Jirongo beat me.
Your number?
Yeah, Jirongo beat me.
Your number? You came.
He beat me. I didn't have money, so you beat me. Jirongo had money, you know. Jirongo had money. But I appreciate and love Jirongo. He's my he's a good friend of mine. Jirongo, we are people of this county.
So wait, during year 2007, ulikuwa position gani kwa hiyo election?
I was number 4.
Number 4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Out of how many contestants?
There were how many? There were 6. Yeah.
So that was the only political seat you vied?
That's the only political seat I vied.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So what motivated you to join politics then?
1977. I was class 4. And I want you to go and look for my old teachers. Mr. Muganda is still there, Madam Miriam Lady. They will tell you, I was just a sharp boy. At class 4, I was debating. I was speaking English at class 4. I love politics. Because, you know, let me tell you, madam, that's why you meet people. That's why you meet who is who. And my father told me, don't shy off. So, keep ahead.
So where did you meet the first governor of Vihiga County, Akaranga?
Oh, Akaranga. I met him for the first time in 2010. And we just became friends. And then in 2012, Akaranga calls me. He tells me he wants me to be his deputy governor. Then I asked Akaranga, I don't have a job because the present governor of Vihiga, when he became the MP, he sacked me and sacked me in a very bad way. Sacked me in Mbale. And I didn't have a job. So I asked Akaranga, why do I do it when I don't have money?
Why were you sacked?
He wanted to put his man in the office because he thought Marende, the former speaker, I was so close to Marende. Then Marende had left this job, he had become a speaker. So the guy sacked me and replaced me with his man.
In CDF?
In CDF. I was a constituency office manager. So Akaranga calls me, we just became friends, and Akaranga calls me, he's asking me now, I want you to be my deputy governor. I tell Akaranga, no, I can't manage it because I don't have money. Akaranga told me, no, you come over Nairobi. So I went to Nairobi, we sat, and my late friend Major, with other people who were sitting there, he told me, Akaranga encouraged me, told me, you're going to be a deputy governor. I see ability in you. Akaranga drove with me from Nairobi, we came to Maseno Club. The Maseno Club, he convinced me, told me, you're going to be deputy governor. Then he told me, it should not worry you. You are a man enough. When I shared it with my wife, my wife asked me, what is it? You are a man. So what is it that you are scared of? Go ahead.
Why were you scared?
Yeah?
Why were you scared?
I didn't have money, madam. This politics is money, but
they didn't have money.
I didn't have money because, you know, you have been sacked as a constituency office manager. You are not there. And then your kids are struggling in school. So you have a right to be scared. But Akaranga assured me you're going to be deputy governor.
So how much did you have at the time?
At the time when Akaranga asked me, I didn't have any money. The only things we had is we had harvested maize, and God is so good. We harvested a lot of maize that year. And sometimes, madam, you see things, blessings when they're coming in. We had harvested a lot of maize with my wife. In fact, when Akaranga called me, we were with my wife when we were just getting maize. It was coming to rain. Yeah, but God had helped us. We had harvested a lot of maize. Yeah, which my wife is still doing up to today. My wife is a very good farmer. Equally, I'm a good farmer. We do a little farming, which is not giving us much, but we can be sure in my house, you are a Mluya. There's no ugali. You cannot miss ugali in my house.
So how many sacks had you harvested at that time?
At that time, we had harvested 42 bags.
42 bags.
Yeah.
So that is all you had between you and poverty?
Yeah, that's all we had.
And then somebody is calling you, I want you to be my deputy governor.
Yes, somebody's calling you want to be my deputy governor.
So
and
he's telling you, didn't have anything?
And he's telling you, you come to Nairobi, and you are telling him, I don't have any fare to come to Nairobi.
You didn't have fare?
Yeah. Akaraga bought me a ticket on a Kamba bus to go to Nairobi. And I want to thank him for that. He exposed me. Yeah.
Why do you think he picked on you?
I always believe one thing, madam. Akaranga picked on me because of the following things. One, he wanted the Banyore factor in his elections. That's number one. But number two, he had just a soft spot for me. He really wanted me to work with him. Okay,
when you're working as a deputy governor, what are the key achievements that you've had in Vihiga County?
We had, first, let us agree that as a county, we are the people who opened up counties. Counties were having their own challenges. Expectations were so high. Expectations were so high. We did what we did. Let people have come later than us. They can even come and criticize. But I can give you an example. Look at Luanda as a town. We made sure that stage was done well and was tarmacked. The stage was done well and tarmacked. We did well. I say, fine. We started. We are having our own challenges. It is like a woman who has just gotten married. You do not know how to take care of the baby. You want to give birth, you have given birth, the baby is crying, you are also crying. Yeah.
For you, it was about laying foundation.
We laid foundation.
But you don't have anything that you can take pride in. Like you say, this is what I did as a deputy.
What can pride in Luanda as a market? The fish market in Luanda, we did it. Yeah. We did that. And also fish ponds. We did the fish ponds in Kaimosi and all the way in Amisi. We did the fish ponds. Yeah. But it was just a start. Okay. We were removed. But we also want those ones who have come after us to come and tell us what they have done, which is better than what we did. Yeah.
So looking back, do you have anything that you think you will have done better when you are in the office?
If we were given an opportunity, the programs that started could have continued. The only problem is now, when a man inherits a wife, he changes even the bed in that particular house. He changes the bed. He cannot continue sleeping on the same bed which the other husband was sleeping on. Or if your wife passed away and you married a new wife, she will come in the house. Therefore, we could have done better. But the thing is, we left the office. To me, madam, what I want you to be telling the world today is that now we left the office. Those who came in the office, what have they done better than what we didn't do?
We will get them. I'm telling you, on this show, we will make sure that we get them, and of course, they'll have to answer that question as well. Yes.
Yeah.
But again, how did your life change? Just by getting that opportunity of serving Vihiga County.
My life changed.
As a deputy governor.
I bought land. I put up house. I took my children to school. I paid fees for my children. Yeah.
Is it like you didn't have a house, or you just did another beautiful house?
No. You come to my home, you'll come and see what I was staying in. I did a good house. I'm staying in a good house. Yeah. And my children, I took my children to school. I paid
What
fees.
were you staying in?
Staying in some Kamatope thing. So, I did a good permanent house. I have a home and a good home. Yeah. A very good home. I bought a car. Although I'm not having the car now.
You sold it?
I sold the car.
Why?
Pay fees for my children, go to school, good schools. Yeah. You cannot be flashing around with a car and your children cannot go to school. Yeah. Pay fees for your children. That's something. The biggest investment you can do is investing in your children.
How many kids do you have?
4.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're in university?
They finished university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So how did life change after serving as a deputy governor?
Yeah, life must change. The bodyguard is with the drone. You don't have you don't have the government transport. Yeah. When people are visiting you, they don't visit you. They don't even take your phones. Yeah. Why? You don't have value for them. You don't have value. So life just changes. Even your relatives who are coming to see you, they don't come and see you. And madam, I can also tell you something. That when you are in office, these MPs you see, MCAs, the senators who are in the office today, madam, I can tell you, they are using their money. In fact, they're getting loans to give these people money outside here. Nobody should cheat you that they're getting loans to give these people money. These same people are going to betray them and they'll talk so ill of them tomorrow, but they benefited. They got money from them. Madam, I can tell you, in my house at 5 a.m. in the morning, people are there. There's no fees. My wife has been locked in hospital. Oh, my son is sick. We gave them their money. We gave them my money. If you don't do that, you are mean. But when you give them and now you are out of office, you are a very bad man, a very stupid person who never invested, who never did anything. Useless.
So, but that time when you were working together, how was your working relationship between you and the governor, Akaranga?
Akaranga loved me. I can assure you. Akaranga loved me so much. And he taught me so many things. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from him. I was young. Akaranga had worked with the Barclays Bank. Akaranga had been a minister, an MP and a minister. I learned a lot from him. I hold him in very high esteem.
One particular thing that stands out that you learned from him?
One thing I learned from him is being humorous. That's the first thing. Just love people. Just stop just thumping yourself before people. And I think I learned from him that just also be good to people. There are people outside here, madam, who can tell you they are poor. They are very poor. I see kids going to school in the morning. Kids, when you see that child, has no shoes, the shirt is torn, and all that. Love them. Have empathy.
But you are also a deputy governor. Were they clearly outlined, or at some point you felt like you are being overshadowed?
No, I cannot talk about that, about my boss. My duties were very clear, was paid. I am the deputy governor, assistant to the governor. When the governor is not in, what I can do 1, 2, 3. Things I cannot do, I cannot appoint when the governor is away. But I tell people, my relationship with the governor was very good and we worked very well with the governor. Yeah. Okay, you see, let me tell you something, my sister, let me tell you something. There are people who are outside here. You don't overshadow your boss. 48 Laws of Power. Look for that book or read it, because I want you to be also a good reader. Robert Greene, number 1, don't overshadow your boss. Your boss is always right. Yeah. Don't bring conflict to your boss. Because you are young, you are growing, and I want you to grow.
Akiingia kwa shimo mnaingia wote.
Sasa nikwambie, madam, nikwambie, boss wako, kama unataka kumrekebisha, ask him, what about if we went this way? What about if we did this way? Boss, I see what don't start another government besides your boss. Wewe unataka kushirikiana na boss yako? Hapa. What about? What about if we did it this way? What about if we did this way?
So did you ask him privately?
Yeah, not in front of people. So we had times with him in his office, and he could just even walk in my office. He comes in my office, we take tea together. Yeah.
So do you have moments that you felt disillusioned by politics?
I've had my moments when you have disillusioned politics. I told you, when you leave politics and come outside here, you don't have friends. That one, just forget, you don't have friends. Yeah. You don't have friends. Kabisa, you don't have friends. And I've believed one thing, that when you leave politics, I've told you, people just leave you. Yeah, they don't want you. You'll be called all types of names. This one is what? Is on.
So there were allegations of your administration,
Yeah.
of corruption,
Yeah.
especially with the generator issue.
Yeah.
What was your initial reaction?
My initial reaction,
Yes.
this is being said about the governor.
The government, yes.
About the governor. Nobody took governor to court and charged him with any offense. Nobody. These are just rumors. To me, I take a look at them as rumors. Yeah.
So, what was the specific role you played during the budget approval and some of the expenditures?
The deputy governor has no role to play there. Even the governor.
So you're
himself.
just a yes person.
No, even the governor himself. You know, the budget making process is one public participation. Yeah, you have to take the whole thing outside there. You want to put,
but it comes from the executive.
Not really. Fun. Public participation. When is public participation in the
what are the initial stages of coming up with a budget? County budget.
The budget is done.
By who?
Yeah. It's true. By the executive. By executive, yeah. And then it's taken to the county assembly. The county assembly, that's what they call public participation. Now, we are giving the Ministry of Agriculture 10 million shillings or 20 million shillings. What is the money going to do? We want to make fish ponds, we want to do what? Then the county assembly passes the budget. Then it's brought back to the executive. Yeah. So, as far as I'm concerned, it's just like the national government. So
you had nothing to play?
I had nothing to play.
Were you a flower girl in the government?
I was not a flower girl.
So what were you doing then?
No, I was not a flower girl. I was the assistant of the governor, the deputy.
You are not questioning the governor. You said you cannot question the governor. You
don't. How would you question the governor? The ministers have done their work. Chief officers have done their work. They have brought the budget there.
So what was your role? Were you not a flower girl in that government?
It comes to the cabinet.
You were the flower girl in that government. No. There's nothing that you are doing.
No,
you can't question the governor.
Madam, let me tell you something. Let me tell you. The whole thing has been done. It's brought to the cabinet, where I was sitting. We look at it. The cabinet approves it. Then we take it to the county assembly.
Was your voice being heard when probably you raised some issues? Or it was governor to say?
My voice was being heard.
But there's no way you can challenge your voice.
No. My voice was being heard. Yeah.
Do you believe that Governor Karanga bears a full burden of financial scandals? Or are you a part of it as well?
Governor Karanga, has he been taken to court? Has he been charged?
So according to you, now that he's not been charged, so there were no scandals?
There are no scandals. Yeah.
Have you ever been summoned by EACC for interrogation?
No.
There is a time that you traveled to Singapore and you were deported. Please tell us what happened.
The word is deportation. Remove that word.
Okay. What happened? Please tell us. Paint a picture. What really transpired?
Deportation. Remove that word. Okay. Because of two things. The document, I wish you told me. I could have brought that document.
You are traveling to Singapore, right?
I went to Singapore.
Yes.
But I reached Singapore. Then I found the papers inviting me for the conference in Singapore. I was not having them. I don't know what happened in between. And those guys from Singapore at the immigration, they gave me a letter telling me, go back to Kenya, go and bring your papers. They're Singapore. When I arrived in Nairobi, I arrived in Nairobi, I went to the assembly, and my passport was clean.
So please help me, which word should I use other than deportation?
I just came back. I was brought back, not deportation. Being deported is different. When you are deported, your passport is stamped red. A passport which I still have today, which I have used to travel to South Africa and other places. Yeah.
So what were you going to do in Singapore?
We're going for a conference.
So why didn't you have all the paperwork that was needed?
I don't know what happened.
Was it an oversight by the...
I've told you, it's an oversight of my PA. I don't know what happened. Because I found myself in the airport. I was not having that letter inviting me for that conference in Singapore. Then I called the organizers of the conference. They told me, please see those guys on immigration, talk to them, the hotel you are going in. Hell broke loose. They told me, Bala, Singapore is not a toilet. Go back to Nairobi, go and bring your papers. And that's the day I discovered something. Your country is the best place you can be. Your country is the best place you can be. The way those guys harassed me, took me back to this airline is called what? It's a Arabic airline. Back to Nairobi. When I arrived in Nairobi, the guy I met at the airport in the immigration, that guy was my classmate in high school. He asked me, what is it? I explained to him. That's called guy is called Wafula. Wafula was shocked. And you know, I'd been brought there with the aim that when I reach Nairobi, I should be put on the next bus or whatever, next matatu to take me to Lugari because my ID is Lugari, my passport is Lugari.
Actually, with that particular issue of Singapore,
Yeah.
it is being alleged that you are drunk, and that is why the authorities.
Nothing, madam. People want to make stories. People want to make stories about a good girl.
Were you drunk?
I was not.
Did you take alcohol?
No, but even if I took alcohol is in the plane. They give you alcohol.
So you took alcohol in the plane?
But you know how many hours I stayed at that airport before they realized that I've been there because my things had moved. You know how many hours I was there?
So,
I was there for 9 hours. And there's no alcohol in that airport. Yeah.
So you had taken alcohol on the plane by...
let me tell you, madam. This I fear, this thing to do with alcohol. I don't know why people laugh talking about it. You know why I love KQ? Kenya Airways.
No, I don't know why. Please tell me.
I'll tell you. My best seller in the world is Kenya Airways. You know why?
No.
It's Tusker on KQ.
Oh, there's Tusker.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's please now.
You're
on
a darling
KQ.
alcohol.
Yeah.
You're a darling of alcohol.
Yeah, you take it. What is it? Hey.
How many do you take a day?
Yeah.
How many bottles do you take a day?
A day? No, that is confidential. I cannot discuss it on the cameras. But what I'm telling you is that let not anybody scare you of alcohol. There are more worse sins that people do than alcohol. Yeah.
So the thing is, the reason as to why you were taken back to to Kenya is not because of alcohol.
I was drunk. No,
it's not
I
because
didn't have papers
drunk
to enter Singapore.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it your very first time to
Singapore?
Yes.
Yeah, it was the first time going to Singapore, but I've traveled. I've gone to China, I've been to South Africa, I've been to Ghana, Malaysia, yeah, Thailand. Yeah.
So how did you feel coming home in the midst of all those public scrutiny and all that?
I know what, madam, it's bad. Let me tell you, hey, when all the media houses are focused on you, they are talking about you. Your children are listening about you, and everybody's talking about you. Madam, it's bad. It's a bit depressing. But I love my governor, my former governor, Akaranga. Akaranga called me, told me, be strong, Buana. After all, you are not the bull of where? They was called the bull of what?
I don't know.
There's a bull of...
Oh, okay. So how did you handle it? You personally, you have a family, as you say, and then you're a public figure.
Yeah.
How did you handle it? Did you just downplay it? Don't
downplay it. You have family. I'm meeting with the family. You speak to them, tell them this is the situation, and it's true. Minister of Foreign Affairs was following up the matter, and the Senate was following up the matter, and they found what had been given. Go back to Nairobi, bring your papers. Then we shall admit you in Singapore.
So eventually, did you attend the meeting?
I never attended the meeting. I was tired, madam. Let me tell you, there's nothing else. But I tell you, when I saw myself on the airplane, I'm coming back to Nairobi. Madam, I was so happy. I was so happy.
You were very happy?
Yeah, coming back to your country. You know, there's a places there you don't have say. You don't have say. It's the worst escalation you can have is out of your country. Even these policemen of ours, which people want to talk about everything, These policemen are good. You better be put in Kakamega cells. Yeah.
So the issue of alcohol was the main
The issue of alcohol is not a matter.
Okay.
Let me tell you. That one there, leave it. They are my detractors. People want to destroy me in politics. They are the ones who talk about politics. But it's also, let me tell you, this alcohol has been here for many centuries. People just take this alcohol. So you know, your detractors, people want to detract you from what you want to do. That people will keep on telling the world, oh, this one was drunk, this one was this or what. No.
How old were you when you took your first bottle?
I had finished university, man. To me, people are shocked when I became a deputy governor. Some group of people are just shocked. Because they knew Otichiro, with the present governor, His Excellency Otichiro, had sacked me as a constituency office manager. And then there I was with my wife on the shopper, doing languishing. Now I become a deputy governor.
So your journey has been rise and fall, rise and fall.
Which is normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is normal.
From the constituency manager to a farmer, peasant farmer.
Not a peasant farmer, from a teacher.
Or from a teacher.
To an administrator in university. From there to a program officer, Constitution of Kenya Review Commission. Then I became a manager of a Maya constituency. Then I became a deputy governor. Yeah. Yeah.
And now currently you are engaged with the...
I'm doing a little farming. I'm doing a little farming. And I have no regrets for one thing. Why I don't have regrets for one thing is, I tell people every time, I've seen it all. Yeah. Let my kids go and look for it again.
So do you think that particular incident of Singapore, and then now the allegations, you say, but no one has been charged, but the allegation of buying a generator 1 million, and then now you being where you are right now, do you think that is what led you to decline politically?
No. What are you talking about? A generator 1 million. When people are buying wheelbarrows in Bungoma here at 150,000 shillings, are they still not in power? They're in power.
So what do you mean?
What I mean is that the generator was bought for the governor.
By the county?
Yeah, it was bought for the governor by the county. The governor, but the governor told them, come and take the generator, go away with it.
Why did the county buy governor a 1 million generator?
Because at the time, his house must be powered. Yeah.
His house or his office? His house or his office?
His house must be powered. And the governor told them, get those words. And the governor told them, you come and take this generator you're talking about. Go away with it. Have they gone to pick it?
Actually, the allegations that you're talking about here is 1 million.
Yeah.
So is it true that the generator costed 1 million?
It's not in procurement, but if they bought it 1 million, what is the value of the nini? What is the make of the nini, of the generator? What's the make of the generator? You cannot go and buy the governor a generator of 50,000 or 150,000. No. But the governor told them, if this generator is a problem, come and take it. Because it was bought for me as a governor. My house must be powered throughout.
You were the second in command in Vihiga County at the time.
Yeah.
And then you're saying that you didn't know how much it costed?
No.
Are you by any chance...
You are the one who is telling me.
No, actually... that is
you are the one who is telling me 1 million shillings. Even if it costs 20 million or 2 million shillings, to me that's not a crime.
Okay.
Yeah, it is not a crime.
So the fact that you're telling me that you even didn't know actually proves that you are a flower garden.
No. Let me tell you, and after office, governor, when it was so much noise, a lot of noise outside here, governor told them, come and take this generator. If this is what's going to bring problems, come and take this generator. Have they come to take the generator? Have they taken it? They have not taken it.
So what did they buy you as a DG now that they bought him a 1 million generator?
Yeah.
What were you bought? You as
me as a deputy governor.
Yes.
They bought me nothing.
Why? Why didn't you complain
Yeah.
that you also
I've
wanted
told
something?
you 48 laws of power.
You say yes to the boss.
Stop arguing about your boss. Let your boss do what he wants to do.
The boss is always yes, right?
Let the boss do what he wants to do. But what we are saying is that Akaranga was a very good man, a justified man, a man of God. You know, I've never seen a good boss like Akaranga. Forget about these bosses who scare their deputies every time. They scare the deputies every time. No.
No, probably they scare the deputies because they are questioning. You are a Mr. Yes person to him.
No,
so
let me tell you. You will not create another government besides the governor's government. You will not create another government besides the president's government. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your present situation, currently you are a firewood seller.
Yeah.
How come from being a deputy governor to...
It's business.
What happened? How was the transition?
It's business. It's business. I don't want to complain that now I am selling firewood, and you should go on record. I sell firewood for my own maintenance, and he has helped me to take my kids to school. Yeah.
So how much do you get maybe?
How much?
The business. How much do you get in your business?
No, it depends. Now there's rain, and firewood cannot dry as fast as you can, but we get something for us to eat. We can afford our own meal. We can afford a meal in our house. Yeah.
Are you struggling financially right now?
Yeah.
Are you struggling financially?
I don't have money. That's the truth. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have money. I cannot live the same life I lived like a deputy governor. I don't have money. Yeah.
So, but you're able to provide for your own basic.
Yeah, small basics. We can buy our own food. You can buy breakfast. You can do that, and still you can still pay fees for our daughter who is remaining in school. Yeah.
So, how did your family take the whole transition from being person with bodyguards, vehicles here and there, and now
you have to accept. They have to accept the situation.
How did they take it?
They have to accept the situation because you don't have a bodyguard, and the security men in your compound are being drawn. Therefore, you start learning how to put up dogs in your compound, having a watchman in your compound. Yeah.
Are you planning to vie for any political seats in the near future?
That's a question for today. But in the future, I'll tell you. Once a politician, you're a politician. If you're a politician, you're a politician.
Maybe.
But equally, let me tell you, I'm a children who can buy for these things. Yeah. You keep off. Let the young men go for it, not you. You cannot be all over the whole place. I told you, I've seen it all. I don't need to even go there. What I really want is if there's any amendment in the Constitution, I want a situation whereby if you went the highest number the highest number should be 2 terms, which should be 10 years for MPs, governors, and everybody. 10 years. But also, if an MCA, a governor, a senator want to run 1 term, let him run 1 term, but make sure at least you give him some small pension to live on it. Yeah. Do you know, my sister, I'm the first guy who has come out to tell the world what is happening outside here. There are so many MCAs, so many MPs, they are just suffering outside here. It's not they were careless. Yeah, their money was eaten by these other people. Then a guy comes out and wants to run for another election, then he fails. All his investments he had have been taken. Because you cannot run an election in this country. Just take MCA. If you don't have 20 million shillings, you can't run being an MCA. Yeah, because people want your money. Yeah. Yeah. MCAs. And MCAs. If you have won 10 years, if you win 1 term, you are given gratuity. And that gratuity, you are getting it You had a loan in the bank, the first thing. You had a loan to do what? So people get gratuity. Many of them outside there are just languishing, madam. They're just languishing.
So whatever you got as a one-off is what you used as your capital for the business?
No, what I got? Loans in the bank to pay. And I paid my loans, although I'm still also having some loans which I'm supposed to pay in future. But to me, I'm grateful. My position as a deputy governor helped me to get out of this country. And I traveled out of this country properly. I've seen the world outside there, madam. Yeah.
You mean before that you had not gone out of the country? You had never
Uganda.
traveled? You had only traveled to Uganda.
Uganda.
But after you clinched the seats.
Yeah.
How many countries did you go?
I went to China. I went to South Africa. I went to Malaysia, Thailand. The place called Bangkok. Then I went to Ghana.
At least you traveled the world.
Yeah. We have had experiences. Is what I've been telling people. My experience in Malaysia, Thailand, was a very good experience. That you are growing up, your grandmother was going the river. When you are growing up, your mother was going the river. You are still going the river in your village, down that side. These people who go for these conferences and what's wrong with Africans? That we cannot change lives of our people. We can't. But I cannot assure you, the outside world is there. And I wish you luck. I want you to also go there. Go and see what happens outside there. Outside that, this world, out of this country, the people are just working and are doing well. It's true, I'm down. But that's not mean I've drowned.
It's actually from grace to grace.
It's true, yes, it's true, but I'm not drowned.
You're still hanging in there.
Yes. But grass is not also bad. Grass is also good.
Yeah.
Those are just English linguistic terms, grass to grass. So, am I dead?
No, you're not dead.
Yeah.
You're so brave.
The only people are dead who are worried. Me, no. What's suave is what is yours.
So what keeps you going? What keeps you going?
The firewood. Yeah. Then to chicken. Yeah. Then 3, my wife. She has been very supportive to me. Very, very supportive. Yeah.
What does your story say about leadership and governance in Kenya?
Leadership and governance in Kenya. I want to say the following things. I've started telling you. One, leadership and governance in Kenya, I've just been telling you something. I want to see a situation where we can amend the constitution. Look at our leaders. When they leave office, should they go and languish in poverty? And that is why you find people in their office, they are stealing, they are looting. They are looting the state. Because you do not know what will happen tomorrow. But if I was guaranteed as a person that when I leave office, I can go outside there and stay comfortably. In fact, the corruption we are seeing in this country cannot be there. Cannot be there. Yeah, cannot be there. So because people ask me some very stupid questions. I call them stupid questions in quotes. That you were there. What did you come back with? So what they are telling me, that you were supposed to have stolen the county. What did you come back with? You see, what I think that let every leader who comes in the office, let him be assured of something. That I can leave office, I can come outside here and live a honorable life and a life of dignity. Yeah. Yeah.
So what advice will you give to a younger person who is probably, planning to join politics?
Number 1, young people, one, I will encourage them to go to politics. But mindset, don't go there with an aim of thinking when you arrive in politics, you are going to loot. It's like the parents I see today who want to take their kids to go and do procurement degree in the university. It's because they know it's only in the procurement where people are looting and people are stealing. Yeah. Go there, but knowing very well that sometimes it might be very bad that you can leave this place and you just come outside here and you languish. You languish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if given another chance, will you take a job in public service?
I'm skeptical about it. So I've told you, I have children of your age. They should take those jobs. Yeah. I'm very skeptical. If I was given, maybe if I'm going to, but I'm very skeptical. I'm used to staying in my bedroom in Luanda. I don't know how I'll move from Luanda and go to stay in Nairobi. No. But people of your age bracket, I will encourage you to go and take those jobs. Yeah. I don't want to compete with you. That for the interview, I'm going with you, no. But there are jobs I can take. Jobs of elders. Like being a senator. That's the jobs of elders. Where we go there, we speak about our wives and whatever.
What do you mean? Like you go to the Senate to speak about your wives?
No, we are older elders. We can advise young people. Do you know? Let me tell you, madam. Madam, let me tell you. Do you know this thing you see the Senate? It is the House of the Lords in Britain. It's the House of Lords in Britain. And people who go to the House of Lords are not young people. You have no reason to having a young senator. There's something in the law called precedence. That's the word.
But we have young senators in the Senate.
Yeah, young senators, yes. But in the House of Lords in Britain, they're not there. These are retired judges. Retired whatever. Who got there? When they see it, they say, you know, Britain is not having a written constitution. But they're saying that the presidents, what did we say? That it happened like this here. This happened like this. This happened like this. That's why I tell you, we have to amend the constitution. The Senate we have now is just a bulldog. It has no teeth, you know. It has no teeth. Because in Britain, there's no law which can come from the House of Commons to go to to be made a law before it goes in the House of the Lords. Judges, priests, but they would say now, the Commons have done it now, because the equivalent of our Commons is our National Assembly. But when you find the MPs can sit together, gather. I want to give you one example. What makes MPs come together and for 1 minute they agree to throw out the deputy president, Kashagwa? So where did they meet? It has never happened in Kenya. That the same law is running, is going to the Senate, 1 minute, it's passing. It has never happened in Kenya. So where did it start?
The amendments that you're talking about, then that means that no senator should be elected who is beyond which, how many years again?
No, it should be 55 years and above.
Senator should be 55
years and above. These are people who have had experience in Kenyan politics. They will tell you. Like, I want to tell you, I personally, Kenyatta died when I was in class 5, 1978. I've had experience in Kenyan politics. What has happened? The changes. Moi came to power. He told the people to tafata nyayo. People thought he was saying peace, love, and unity, which was not true. My professor, this man who comes from Betrayal, is called Professor Yugi, and this professor who comes from Betrayal. What Moi was telling Kenyans, I am going to do exactly what Kenyatta did. What? Kenyatta's cabinet was full of people from one community. And Moi was saying, tafata nyayo. Ile itafanyika mimi tafata nyayo. Moi brought his now. So what are we talking about? We are talking about what can you say? What experience do you have in Kenyan politics that you come and sell? You know, we are not born yesterday and you become a senate. What are you coming to bring a senate? You see, people of the age of Wetangula, Those are the people. The age of Marende, those are the people, who should be senators,
We have young and vibrant people in the Senate. Talk of Sifuna. He's very vocal and...
No.
Yeah. So
Experience.
being in Senate,
And two, madam,
so leadership is not about being vocal. And addressing issues.
Madam, that's what I'm telling you. The constitution must be amended. There is no law which should go through the county assembly, the National Assembly, before it goes to the Senate. And the Senate will say we have elders. We will say, this one has not happened, cannot happen. Forget about these vocal guys who are just making noise. Some of them even will ask them to buy the other day.
Okay, what is your take on the coalition pact between Raila Odinga and William Ruto?
These are games, madam. They're just games. People are just, they want to look how they can eat. That's all. To me, these are just games. Yeah. Because when the Raila started befriending Ruto, who said he had failed in his role as an opposition leader?
But we don't have opposition in the 2010 promulgated constitution.
Yeah.
We don't have any role of opposition in the country.
The role is there. The role is there. We should have an opposition leader. But you have said something which is also touching me. You have said something which is also touching me. How do you create a position of opposition leader? That is why I'm saying, if you are going to amend the constitution, those are things I'm supposed to look for. Because you cannot be an opposition leader who is just walking on the streets. Yeah, you must have an office. Yeah.
Okay. You were talking about some of the things that generally, what percentage will you give to the government of the day, like the Ruto government? 1 to 10. 10 being the highest.
I don't want to answer that question that way. But, my take on this is this: give the government its time.
They have been in government for the last 3 years.
No.
3 years now.
Give the government its time. I want to say this, Madam, I've known greatest governments in the world. They normally have their challenges from the start. But with the time, those governments, if you look at Europe, if you look at Europe, you can know there's a man in Germany called Otto von Bismarck. Otto von Bismarck is the man who united Germany. Otto von Bismarck is the Berlin Conference of 1884. Otto von Bismarck is the man. Then come and look at men like men like Hitler. They are the men who made Germany. There's no good leader at some times, but people have to incur some pains. Yeah, people have to incur some pain. Like people are used to some way of doing things, but people don't love change. You must have a shift in a direction. So to me, give Ruto a chance. Just give him a chance. Education, I want to say this. I want the president to come to the rescue of two groups of people. Number one, I want the president to come to the rescue of our universities at the moment. If you can find a university like Technical University of Kenya, if you find a university like Moi University, a university like Egerton, they are collapsing, there's a problem. Maybe the president is not being told. The president is not being told. Because I want to believe what happened that when we went to university, those years of 90s, 80s and 90s, that the universities were running well. What is the problem? Kenya is supposed to be the best academic hub in this region. And the people should come there. Madam, I can tell you, my friends who have been in Britain, and they have told me the following things. Many people around the world will want to take their kids in Britain and Canada. A reason is very simple. They offer the best academic programs. And that's why many people who want to educate children, they don't take their children to USA, to UK. No, USA. They take their children to Canada and UK. Why? Those are the best academic hubs. And Kenya could make the best academic hubs. I can tell you, as far as I'm concerned, there are people in the Ministry of Education who are just detracting the whole thing. Because when you ask yourself, CBC as a program, it's a good program, but how prepared were we?
Do you have anything to offer Vihiga County residents right now?
Maybe they come to my house and we eat ugali.
They come to your house?
Oh yeah, we eat ugali. What else?
Oh, okay. So, last question. We are being told that your administration, together with Vihiga Governor Akaranga, you left behind pending debts of 2.6 billion shillings. And yet there is nothing on the ground maybe to show or to offer other than the market you're talking about.
Those are stories. The present government, how many billions are they having in terms of debt? The present county assembly, they have built what they call a GPR center or whatever. At the governor's office, third floor, there's a GPR something center. What value does it add to people of Vihiga? What value? How much money was invested in that thing? 500 million. Then what does it help? Does it help water? Does it help? What does it help? You ask, go and ask the governor. What does it help? And I want to tell you the worst. Another one. Before we go, Akaranga was very accommodative. Akaranga employed the people of Vihiga very much. The present governor and his administration, he has employed very many people out of the account of Vihiga. The law says 70% should come from Vihiga. That 70% in senior positions in the Vihiga County come from Vihiga. They don't come from Vihiga. Okay, I know you want to ask me. I was a deputy governor. I came from this county of Kakamega. Eh? I know you want to ask me that.
No, I don't want to ask you that. I don't want to ask you that. But again, okay, what are some of the things that you feel like the current administration have done that you feel like they should not have done?
I don't want to criticize them.
You're already criticizing them.
Yeah. What we are saying is service delivery. Service delivery. Service delivery to our people of Vihiga.
Don't you think that exactly what you're saying is nile ya msemo wa Kiswahili wanasema nyani yaoni kundule, because that is basically what you guys did during the administration.
No. They took over from us. They have been in power for 10 years. My friend.
So you guys, you and Akaranga feel like probably you will have done more than if you're given another chance.
If we're given a chance. But you see, I'm not even protesting that, okay, we lost an election. I'm not protesting we lost election.
You feel waliwaibia?
Apana, I'm not protesting. It's it's election, it's a democracy. If the people of Vihiga failed, we are not doing enough. They voted us out. They gave them a chance. So they have to do it.
So actually when you say that people wamekuwa kikuuliza ya kwamba ulikuja na nini because you na umeanza kuuza kuni na ulikuwa deputy governor, and then now probably people say yeah hakuiba and all that, but why would you even fold your hands and sit there while we are having a 6 million generator being bought for
not
governor
6 million,
and you are there as
6 million alleged. 1 million and alleged, and the Akaranga asked them, told them fine, if the generator you are making noise about, come and take it. But also I'm arguing out.
Why did you speak up?
No, let me tell you, it's after a theft to office. But also, let me ask you, sometimes also respect the leadership. Akaranga has been the governor. You cannot just go and bully him like that over a generator. Sure.
If there are processes of fraud or corruption, why not?
And he asked them,
bullying.
He asked them, come and take the generator. Have they taken the generator?
Why should they take when he knows very well?
No, but I'm also asking a question. Have they taken the generator? If they knew they were right, have they taken the generator?
So, according to you, it was politics?
Politics. Just politics. Cheap politics.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what advice will you give to your younger self? What advice will you give to your younger self?
I and you.
Your younger self.
My young self?
Yes.
I don't know, young self, what does it mean?
What advice will you give to your younger self before you, I mean, the 25-year-old Amaswache?
Yeah.
What will you advise your younger self?
Yeah. The advice I'll give is very simple.
Considering what you've gone through, what has played out.
Well, but to me, I'll not discourage my child to go to politics. If my child wants to go to politics, let him go. You know, a guy told me one time.
Did you open the door or did you have politicians in your home?
In my home? Mm-hmm. Yeah. My grandfather was a chief.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, was a chief for those many years. Yeah. So I have that blood. It's running inside me. Yeah.
Okay, so maybe your last word as we finalize.
My last word is this. Mm-hmm. Let us love each other. Mm-hmm. Let us be humble. Mm-hmm. Let us not abuse each other.
Na gava isiwaachilie hivyo. Gava isiwaachilie.
Kile gava isituachilie bwana.
Iwakumbuke.
Tukumbuke bwana. Hatuwezi kuishi hii maisha ya ucholole bwana. So ucholole. Na mimi ndio wa kwanza kusema. Nakwambia madam Mdele. Mimi ndio wa kwanza kusema. Hao wengine wanajificha ficha. Na Waswahili wanasema anayeficha uchi hazai.
We wish you all the best and we hope that things gonna be okay.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, happy to meet you. Yeah.
Angalia hapa kwa kamera. By the way, let me tell you. Angalia hapa kwa kamera. Ongelesha watu wa Shahidi TV. Waambie watu waendelee kutazama Shahidi TV.
Muendelee kuangalia Shahidi TV. Huyu mrembo mwenye anaitwa Violet. Na mimi ni mtu wa Lugari, Chekalini. Na kitu tunasema anayeficha uchi hazai. Kwa hivyo sisi mimi nimepasuka kuambia watu ukweli wa maneno kama iko. Wengine mtanitusi, wengine mtasema nini, lakini zote problem. Please, I'm telling you that people are suffering outside here. Thank you.
Akaranga pia anasafa, is your former government.
Oh, mheshimiwa cannot suffer. Mheshimiwa cannot suffer. Sasa mheshimiwa ana mtoto yake magistrate. Mheshimiwa na mtoto yake mwingine ni banka, sijui nini, so cannot suffer.
Lazima nimesikia kuna uko na mtoto wako ng'ambo.
Sio story bwana. Yuko. Wewe imeisha, imeisha. Umekata.
Yeah guys, thank you so much. So that has been former deputy governor. Amesema kwamba hizi former yeye anaitwa first Deputy Governor Vihiga County, Caleb Amaswache. Tunaongea mawili matatu. And of course, you have been able to learn 1, 2, 3. And one key thing that actually stood out, he says that it is important that the government just remember people who have been in the service, especially public service, the deputy governors and governors, to get pension to be able to sustain their lives even after service. Till next time, bye-bye.
The former governor of Kiambu, Waititu. Waititu said something yenye niliona ni ukweli. Kwamba, when you leave this office, alisema atake kuomba mtu kitu yoyote. Yeye ana pesa yake tu. Lakini anasema simu yako kuchukuliwa ni kitu. So I get out and tell people, if you are in office, kama uko kwa ofisi, mimi nimeanza kupata, anza kuchunguza rafiki yako ni nani. Watu wengi sio marafiki zetu, vile tunafikiria. Sio marafiki zetu. Hata kama uko kazi namna hii, anza kufikiria nani rafiki yako. In fact, 48 laws of power, Robert Greene anasema, the people you think are upperpot in good English are your friends, they are not your friends. You better know your enemies than knowing your friends.
Do you regret ever joining politics?
I have no regrets. I have no regrets.
Wakati mtu anavyoingia politics, I've seen like most of the people wanaingia politics, is it difficult for you to get a job out there?
It's a bit difficult. Now, like, take my situation. I was a deputy governor. Who can employ me?
Why? What do you mean, who can employ you?
Who can employ me?
You are a professional.
No, but who can employ me? I go in his office, I'm called His Excellency, the deputy governor. Naye mwenyewe, sangila ndo ana degree ya kwanza. Ataniandika kazi namna gani?
So is it because of pride that you feel like you cannot be employed because you are
it's not pride.
Governor?
It's not pride. But what I'm acting out, Mama, I'm saying, my sister, is that now when you reach some level, it is who knows you, and where. You really wish to have that job, but how to get? Who knows you?
Okay.
Who knows you?
So
all jobs are good.
So najua like wakati ulikuwa DG, unajua kuna places zenye na nini nichukulia long shots, nini cutaways. Wakati ulikuwa like DG, kuna social places ungeenda, kuna zingine ungeenda. Like kasa hizi, do you still go visit those social places?
Social places? I have just one very good friend who takes me out. And that man is the speaker of the county assembly of Vihiga. It's called Chris Omelere. Omelere can take me out. And he knows that when I'm outside there, what to take. Yeah, but other places you don't go. Utenda namna gani? Take example, you are used to high flying whatever places and all that. How do you go there? You don't have money. Sintauza kuni yangu yote itakwisha.
Si unaambia wenzako wanakusaidia kulipa bill. Wale ulikuwa unalipia bills wakati ulikuwa DG.
Urafiki uliisha, mama. Urafiki uliisha.
So you don't meet them, you don't talk to them?
No, we meet and talk. But now, you see,
when it comes to money,
yeah, kuna pesa.
Sorry, Naisha.
Yeah.
Okay. But so far so good. I asked you like how much like do you make in a day?
You are still going back there. No, I'm not there. Now I'm not there.
Is it, I mean, like you decided to come out, so why what is it difficult for you to?
Yeah. You can do 1K in a day. On a good day, you can do 1K.
On a good day?
Yeah.
And on a bad day?
You may not even sell. Because everybody's selling. So why are you selling?
Like in total, like what is your approximate capital for your business?
It's not much money. Should be talking about 30K.
So your business is worth 30K?
Right, 30K.
So if I told somebody who wants to help you, support you in this situation, what are they supposed to do? What can they do for you? In matters of urgency, you feel like this is #1 priority for me.
Yeah.
If I told somebody wanted to
boost my business.
Boost your business.
Just boost my business.
Your Kuni business.
Yeah, boost my Kuni business. Boost my business.
Is that a business that you used to do initially before you became a DG?
Huh? No. Boost my Kuni business, and 2, increase my farming. My farming.
So you do farming on what piece of land? What acreage?
6 acres.
6 acres.
Yeah.
Like what do you do? Like is it like mboga or
plant maize? Plant maize.
Just maize alone?
Maize and beans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then they are doing some chicken.
Local.
Local.
Kienyeji.
Yeah, kienyeji. And some broilers.
So you say your hands are clean, au kuiba?
Iliba nini? Wengine wanasema mimi nilipenda pombe sana. But I always dismiss people. Ukianza kusema mimi nilipenda pombe, tulikuwa tunakunywa na wewe.
Ati ukipenda pombe tulikuwa tunakunywa na wewe.
Wengine wanasema huyu alipenda wanawake. Sasa walikuwa wanataka nipende wanaume.